Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, November 13th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Yes, Friday the 13th. And if you look back on your calendar, you'll notice the last Friday the 13th in 2020 was on March 13th. I'm not sure what that means, but I do know that I got a whole lot of bad COVID news, so hang tight. Yesterday morning, County Executive Pittman said waiting is not an option. Like our neighboring jurisdictions, we are acting now to slow the spread that will inevitably lead to hospitalization surge at a time when our hospitals are operating near capacity. This is a more dangerous moment than we faced in the spring, so there is no question that we must take action. What that action is that at 5 p.m. tonight, social gatherings are limited to 10 people indoors and 25 people outdoors. Effective Monday, November 16th at 8 a.m., all youth athletics are suspended for all county fields and facilities. Now, the public schools have already suspended their sports. However, private high schools are still continuing on a school-by-school basis because there are some schools that are having COVID outbreaks. And effective next Friday at 5 p.m., indoor dining capacity is being reduced from 50% to 25% for food establishments. This goes for both the city of Annapolis as well as Anne Arundel County. However, outside dining still can remain at 50%. Both the city and the county are reviewing their enforcement protocols, and they are looking at options to enhance them. So when you're out dining, make sure you're wearing that mask. And because they like to tag team with press conferences, Governor Hogan spoke yesterday afternoon at 4 p.m., basically announced a whole bunch of money he was putting into fighting the battle. $20 million additional for PPE, which is to increase the state's stockpile. $15 million to unemployment insurance measures, and that won't go to you. That's to add staff to help them get that money to you. $10 million additional relief for renters. Now, this is for low-income residents in state-funded properties, which I don't believe applies to any of the HACA properties here in Annapolis. $10 million for mass vaccination planning and preparation. $10 million in additional support for area food banks. $2 million for supplemental resources for foster care. $2 million for SNAP and Energy Assistance Administration. Again, not going to you. This is going to add staff so they can help you. And $1 million to an innovative wastewater testing initiative. And what this does is this samples wastewater as an early warning system for a coronavirus outbreak in a particular community. Before he closed out the conference, he did say, and I've got to warn you, this is a little bit frightening and perhaps foreshadowing, the next several months will be the most difficult we've ever seen. I've never wanted Governor Hogan to be so wrong as I did when he said that. The Maryland Court of Appeals have said that all criminal and civil trials, except those that have a jury that is already seated, are to be suspended immediately, at least until January. Now, the courts shut down on March 16th. They did reopen on October 5th, and now they're shutting down again, so I guess they got a good month and a couple days in there. And the SPCA of Anne Arundel County yesterday announced that Lights and Leashes event, which had been planned for tonight and tomorrow night, which is where you can walk your pups through the lights on the bay out at Sandy Point, has been canceled due to the reduction in social gathering limits. They are going to be automatically refunding your ticket price to your credit card. That's going to be going through Eventbrite, which is the ticketing vendor there. However, remember that Lights on the Bay does open November 20th and goes through January 2nd. I do recommend that you go and check that out. It is always beautiful in the holidays. And the price to get in is $20 per car, but there are going to be some different coupons and deals that are posted around town. Okay, and I refuse to let this DNB go with just bummer COVID news. So Historic Annapolis is ready to wrap your holiday shopping with a bow. They are selling festive handcrafted wreaths made with greenery from the William Peka Gardens. They also will have tabletop trees and some specially curated gift sets for everybody. If you order a wreath or a tree, you'll be able to pick them up on November 20th and 21st, and they are taking orders through November 18th while supplies last. What you want to do is go to annapolis.org/shop. And actually, when you go there, you can check out the wreaths. They're very, very cool. And actually, I think that would be really awesome to have a piece of green from the William Peka Gardens hanging on your front door. And if that was not enough, the Annapolis Maritime Museum is getting into it as well. They have developed 2 candles for Christmas. Now, these are special candles. They will burn for 75 hours, and they've been developed with Annapolis Candle Company and the Annapolis Maritime Museum. The one is called the Wilma Lee Skipjack Candle, and it is a blend of citrus, violet, and gardenia, which smells pretty good. I ordered 4 of them the other day. I'm going to pick them up probably today. And the other flavor they've got is the Pearl Oyster Candle, which smells like an old oyster can. No, not really. It is reminiscent of the McNasby's Pearl brand oysters, and they say that the scents are coconut, lemon, and white tea. So that's kind of interesting. The candles are $30 a piece, but if you use the code SAVE5, and that's the number 5, when you purchase 2 or more candles, you'll save $5 on your order. You can place your order at amaritime.org. Or if you want to mask up, I think you can go down there from 9 to 5 and check them out in person. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. If you are someplace where you can leave a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure your friends, family, and colleagues all know how to get a hold of the Daily News Brief. It is Friday, so we have a very short list of things that you may want to consider for this weekend. And as we have every day, George Young is standing by with your local DC Mdva weather forecast. All of that's coming up after this brief message from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC Mdva weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC Mdva weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC Mdva Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, November 13th. Yesterday brought more rain to the Annapolis region as expected, with many places in the area ultimately receiving 2 to 4 inches or more in spots between the 2-day rain event. But skies will somewhat clear today, though there could be some AM drizzle or showers as a cold front along the east coast works to move offshore, setting the stage for a sunny but chilly Saturday with highs in the 50s before highs move back into the 60s Sunday. But another cold front will bring another small but valid chance for more rain showers on Sunday, with even chillier air behind it, with the outlook for next week being a very dry, sunny one, but much cooler, some 5 to 15 degrees below normal at times, with highs Monday near 60 degrees, which is still around average this time of year, followed by low to mid-50s Tuesday, and maybe only 45 to 52 on Wednesday for highs, with 50s likely Thursday and Friday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC Mdva Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC Mdva Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
There's always something going on over the weekend in the area, and we're here to narrow it down with our top picks for this weekend. Oh, and be sure you're signed up for the Eye on Annapolis weekly events newsletter. It's free and comes to you every Friday at 12:30 p.m. There's a sign-up link at the top of every page at eyeonannapolis.net.
Okay, I think the list of things to do on the weekends is going to get progressively smaller as this COVID virus comes back with a vengeance. I've got two things that you want to consider this weekend. Both are great. If you are craving that Greek Fest in the spring, well, now here's your chance for a late fall taste of it. It is the Greek Fest Light. That's my term, not their term, but it is a carry-out event. Today and tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., you can go to St. Constantine and Helen Greek Orthodox Church on Riva Road in Annapolis, Maryland, and you can get your favorite Greek dishes for carry-out. Not a bad deal, and always a bunch of great food there. And on Sunday, over at Ram's Head On Stage, renowned Louisiana guitarist Tab Benoit is on tour, and he's got two socially distant performances taking place at Ram's Head On Stage. There are a few tickets still available. Their two shows are 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon and again at 6:30 p.m. in the evening. And both of those are all ages, which is sort of pretty unusual for Ram's Head On Stage. If you have not been into the Ram's Head On Stage since they've reopened, they've done a wonderful job of keeping everybody separated. They've got a hydroxylator running in there to make sure that the air is not contaminated. They've got the band that's set up behind plexiglass. The tables are spread far apart, and they've done absolutely everything they can to make sure that both you, the artists, and the staff are safe. Again, Sunday at 3:30 and 6:30 at Ram's Head On Stage. You can get your tickets at ramsheadonstage.com. So, there you go. As always, have fun, stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back here on Monday.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.